James, when will you realize I am your only real friend?
And it's all true. You know, I never wanted to go back there, but now, you know, with everything on the line the way it is, it just seemed like a perfect solution.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy MVT and welcome back to the What MVT Thinks channel, where we talk about everything movie and TV shows related. Now in today's video, I'm back with another power video, but more importantly, we're going to be speaking about Simon Stern and how I believe he might be in on Ghost's master plan to fake his death and go into hiding, and how he also might be helping Ghost watch over Tariq from afar. But before we actually get into that, I highly suggest you guys watch all the previous parts for this series. I've done part 1 to part 4 currently. This is actually part 5. In part 1 and part 2, we cover all the clues related to his death. In part 3, we cover Ramona Garrity's theory, and in part 4 we cover Uncle Gabe's theory. And like I previously said, this is going to be part 5, Simon Stern's theories. So as I said, if you haven't checked out the other ones, definitely check them out, because even though they're separate theories, they all lead into one big theory. Now if you guys don't understand the big theory which I'm speaking about, then watching those videos will make a lot more sense for you, and stuff that I say in this video will definitely make a lot more sense. So definitely check those out if you want. If not, that's fine, but let's dive into today's video. So at the beginning of Power, I would say that it was very clear that Simon Stern was pretty much an enemy for Ghost, but over the seasons it became a lot clearer that he did care about Ghost to some degree. He admires his drive, his passion, and the fact that he always loves to win and he always needs to win. In my opinion, I would say they have similar traits when it comes to the business side of things. Simon also lost a daughter, and after Raina's death I feel like that could have definitely brought them to a little bit closer. And Simon also warned Ghost about Tate. So over the years I would say that they probably gained a bit of trust for each other and a lot of respect. I would say Simon definitely became a good business partner and business advisor and associate to Ghost. So you guys know my theory already that Ghost is alive and well, living in the apartment and bar that he brought off Uncle Gabe. So that means that everyone that knows about that location and bar must be in on the master plan. That obviously includes Ramona, who we spoke about already, and Uncle Gabe, who we also spoke about already. But this also includes Simon Stern as well. Stern is the only other person we saw Ghost tell that he actually brought that location. This could mean that if Ghost is staying there out of sight, Stern could very well be in on it. But why? Why out of all the people would Ghost bring in Stern into his plan? So I had a little think about it and I came up with an answer. The answer that I came up with is connections and money. It's clear that Ghost would need money. Everyone thinks that he's dead. All of his assets and money in trusts and banks goes all to his family. The only thing that he would actually have is cash, which eventually would definitely run out. Obviously he has Ramona, but he's definitely going to want his own money, and he's definitely going to want to feel like he's a man. I mean, living off a woman, you're going to feel like you're not a man after a while. Now we all know that Simon Stern has money, and in my opinion there's no doubt that it would help Ghost if he knew that eventually he could benefit out of it. We know that Simon is fully on bending the rules and breaking the law, as we've seen him do it in the previous seasons. And even speaking to Tariq in book 2, he explained that in business you always have to think about how an action can benefit you. Now if Ghost could make it benefit Simon, he would definitely be in my opinion. Now if our theory that Ghost is alive is right, then he clearly isn't going to be sitting at home all day doing nothing. I mean, yes, he's got Ramona, but Ghost being the man he is, he's obviously going to want something to do. He could easily be working for Simon on the side. Who knows by doing what, but to me this definitely could add up. Let's not forget that Simon always wanted Ghost under him, working for him. So if Ghost proposed that to Simon, I definitely think he would jump at that opportunity. We also know that Simon also wanted truth, and he's always been wanting truth since the start. So if there was a way that Ghost could give it to him, then I definitely don't doubt that he would help him in any way that he needs. But we'll get into that in just a second. Now we all know that Ghost knows Tasha more than very well. I mean, they've been married for about 12 to 15 years or whatever it is, but I would say that it's safe to say that he knows how her mind works and how she thinks. This is obviously from them being together for that long. They've obviously been in different situations and scenarios, and they've obviously been left in sticky situations where they've had to kind of use their brains together. So I would say he definitely knows how she thinks. Now I say this because I believe Ghost could have easily figured out what options Tasha would take if she was left in a situation with only a few options to choose from. As I said, he knows how she thinks, how she operates, and he's calculated, so it wouldn't be that hard for him. Now the reason why I'm making this point is because Ghost left all the money to Tariq and none to Tasha. He also left Tariq with truth, which he knows Tariq couldn't care less about, but he didn't leave any money for them to both use right now. So how does he expect Tasha to afford to send Tariq to a good university? Now this is a big question, and here's the answer that I've been able to come up with. As I said, Ghost knows how Tasha thinks. He knows Tasha would realize that she can't afford to send Tariq to university, and if she can't do that, then they'll never get the money from his inheritance. He knows that she would approach the only person that she knows could get get Tariq into a good school, which is Simon Stern. And that's why he left Tariq with the club so Tasha could use it as a potential bargaining chip when she actually goes to approach Simon Stern. This goes back to why Stern would help Ghost in the first place. Not only could Ghost have agreed to work with Stern, like we previously said, but he could also have explained that he would corner Tasha into also giving him truth, which he's been wanting for the longest period of time. Now, not only does this make sense for Simon, but it also makes sense for Ghost. He gets Tariq in a good school, but more importantly, he would have direct line for someone to keep tabs on him. Stern can easily get to the university at any time, he can easily find out information, any information that he needs, and he can easily keep an eye on Tariq. So it makes sense on Ghost's behalf, and it also makes sense for Simon's behalf as well. Now, something that I also find very interesting is that Simon was actually the one that made Tariq tutor Zeke. Now, this is really convenient for me. Simon is shown as more of an important figure to the school. He attended there, he actually built the library, he's done countless amounts of donation and bribes, which we've heard him say with his own mouth. So he could easily have made it so that Tariq doesn't have to tutor anyone, but it so happens that he's now tutoring the best player on the basketball team that also happens to have a drug dealing, killing family attached to it. For me, I just find this very convenient. Now, you could argue the fact that how would Stern know that Zeke has that family and that background, and I would say that that's pretty easy. Again, he's important to the school. It wouldn't be hard for him to ask questions about a student parent or student guardian and get a quick search on a student record. Also, I'm pretty sure that the school would be well aware of their star basketball player student's family. I'm pretty sure that they would have had meetings together, press conferences with Monet and stuff like that. So I'm pretty sure the school is very well aware of the Tejadas. Now, they probably don't know everything about their background, but they must know something about their background. I mean, Tariq was able to find literally all he really needed to know about them from a simple Google search. So the school must know more than Tariq, or must know something. So now this leaves me thinking, why was Tariq sent to tutor Zeke in the first place? Does this have anything to do with Ghost's plan for Tariq? Did Ghost tell Simon to do that? Or is it just something that they decided to do randomly? I mean, within the first few hours of Tariq meeting Zeke, he's already at Monet's house, seen everything happen, seen everything going on, realizing certain things, and he already knew what they were about within like the first 15 minutes of being at their house. So for me, everything was just a bit fast and everything was just a little bit too convenient. But maybe this is what the writers wanted. Maybe they wanted it to happen this fast because it's only 10 episodes of the season. Who knows? But as you guys know, this is a theory video. So because it's a theory video, we're going to have two little theories for this. So in conclusion, I would say, number one, that we know that Tariq loves basketball and we know that Ghost knows that he loves basketball as well. Maybe Ghost told Stern to send Tariq to tutor Zeke because that he'd be close to the basketball team, he'd have less distractions, and that it would try and help him focus on school and obviously basketball a lot more. It'd also make him a lot harder to have spare time because he's going to be having his work to do, he's going to be doing tutoring, and then he's going to have basketball life as well. So hopefully that would have been the case to try and get him to steer away from the road life. Option number two is that Ghost is fully well aware of the Tejada family and he's placed Tariq with Zeke with the sole purpose to see how he reacts and see what life he chooses for himself. In my opinion, it could definitely be one of the two, or it could be the third one, which is that the writers just decided to do that for the sake of it to get the storyline pushing. I don't know, but as I said, it's a theory video and that's what I'm going to be going with. I think it's also good to point out and remember that along with Uncle Gabe and the DNC, Stern was also very adamant that Tariq doesn't say anything bad about his dad at the funeral, mentioning it multiple times. This could have easily been Ghost doing. We already know that Ghost sent Uncle Gabe. Definitely check out that video of Uncle Gabe's theory if you haven't, but we already know that Ghost sent Uncle Gabe to talk to Tariq at the funeral, so he might have also sent Simon Stern as well. I think it's also important to look at the conversation that I put at the start of this video. That is from episode 10 season 6 where Ghost is asking Simon for capital. This is the first time we see Simon since season 5 episode 5 and we only see that small part of the conversation. What was said in that conversation we don't know. Ghost could have easily have told Stern a little plan or part of the master plan. Now to me this also goes back to why would the writers bring back Stern now, 20 minutes before Ghost is shot, when we haven't seen him for 15 episodes. We haven't seen the man since episode 5 season 5. Why would they bring him back now? For me, it all kind of adds to one big plan. I definitely think Simon could be involved. It makes sense for both sides. Ghost gets his out. He also gets someone that can fund him and help him with connections. He also gets another person to watch over Tariq. For Simon, he gets truth and maybe even Ghost working for him. So it's a win-win. Now, I'm not sitting here saying that Ghost is going to be working full-time for Simon Stern because that just wouldn't make any sense at all. But if you guys remember to the last conversation that we actually saw them have, Stern said to Ghost that he wanted wanted him to help look at some development projects. So that could easily be what he's doing working for him. He could be working on some development sites or whatever. But I would definitely say that that does make sense, and it kind of does add the little parts together. Now, after a few episodes, we don't really see Simon anymore. We only see his husband, and obviously I'm referring to book 2. Now, we know that his husband and Tariq are working together with Course Correct, and it will be interesting to see that where that goes from here, and if that information actually gets back to Simon himself in season 2, or even if his husband is in on the plan. Now, let me know your thoughts and opinions on this theory in the comment section below. Do you guys feel like this could definitely be a possibility, or do you feel like it's a bit too far-fetched? I would really love to hear you guys' feedback, so definitely hit me up in the comment section below. Now, if you guys did like this video, the one thing that I would ask from you guys is to please share the video. Sharing the video does really help me out. Even if you just share it to one of your social media platforms, that is really huge for me. So if you guys did appreciate this video and you did like it and watch it to the end, please do share it on one of your social media platforms. It helps me out a lot. And if you guys did like the channel and you like the content that I upload here, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Anyways, that's it for me. It's been your boy MVT for What MVT Thinks. I'm out. Peace.
For as long as I've known you, James, you have found a way to wriggle out from under every one of my impediments with aplomb. Wriggle away.